I haven't had a birthday party in a really long time. I had never really celebrated my birthday because nobody let me. I lived with my father most of my birthdays, and my father, he's not a very good person. Very abusive, he wouldn't let me do anything. It's completely different here. I got a lot of freedom compared to what I had there. I can walk around at my own will. In my father's house, there was literally feet prints in the hallway from where I stood for not only days, not weeks, but months at a time.
It's kind of shocking on the front end when you hear the stories and you get to see the face to the story. As a result of that, you end up having conversations with them a lot of times, and you see the joy that's still in their lives and how happy they actually are. I don't know if that's necessarily just because they're at Rainbow House, but the fact that they can just still express that happiness even though the troubles and difficulties that they've been surrounded with throughout their lives is just kind of amazing.
One of my favorite stories is I saw a little girl in therapy and she sat there and was kind of like, yep, nope, yep, nope. The interviewer went out and took their break. The interviewer came back in and asked one question. The little girl was like, it just all spilled out of her of what had happened, and she did such a wonderful job.
Part of the acclimation of Rainbow House is providing that family environment. Again, establishing healthy boundaries, healthy choices for them, giving them freedom, but some parameters to that freedom so that they're able to be a kid.
I think our name is real important. We have so many kids who come through the door and they instantly are looking for the rainbows. And we show them our handprint board and talk about the fact that we talk to kids all day long and ask them, can you find a handprint that maybe is the size of yours? Because we talk to big kids and little kids.
Many of them in doing so are able to put their hands on other hands that are the same size as theirs. They want to see if their hand fits another hand. What that really makes them feel like is that they're not the only one. There's other kids their size. There's other kids that are bigger and smaller than them that have come through before them that have had to deal with a lot of the same situations that they've had to deal with. Our umbrella really extends over, I think, any child in the community who may be at risk for abuse or neglect. And so all of our programs are about trying to provide a safety net for the children in our community in a variety of ways.
Rainbow House is to keep children safe, and that's, I think, the most simple thing that you can say about it, that encompasses all of the programs that we have.
It's a safe place, a good place to bring your kids where you can leave them here and know that they're getting the best of care. There are kids that have been here at the Rainbow House that I'll never forget. I think of them often, and I wonder, where they're at, what they're doing, what's life like for them now. And all I can do there is just remember them in my prayers. There's been some very special kids come through our doors, very smart, very artistic, that I hope life's doing them good.
Most rewarding, I think, is interacting with the kids, seeing the difference that we're making, hearing the stories of where they're going to, the hope that they now have in their situation, of something that they're bridging into the next step. A lot of the times we act as a transition from where they were to where they're going to, and so just knowing that we're a very important key role in that transition, whether that's into adulthood, if they're a teenager, or into a more healthy childhood.
I think Rainbow House is about changing lives of children in our community, and I think that more specifically we're about changing the trajectory of lives.
It's more on the side of hope than it is on thinking about what's happened in the past and instead looking to the future.
I've noticed that I'm not the only kid out there that has problems and abusive parents. And not only that, places like this helps people like me. I could say if it wasn't for Rainbow House, I wouldn't see as much as I see in everything else. It's never too late to keep going, keep trying. Don't ever give up on yourself.